나는 either we are meant to be 늦어져도 돼 나는 여기 내일에서 기다릴 테니 There'll be no more sorrow I see you there tomorrow.
Hi Moas! Now, while I was editing this, I realized I didn't explain a whole lot about what we did that first day, but my sister and I did get there the day before the concert, so we decided to spend time at the downtown aquarium. We were here for about an hour to an hour and a half, so it was a large portion of the time we were there. I will say there are sharks in the next couple of videos for those who are afraid of sharks, but we got to see the stingrays, pet the stingrays. We got to go to this shark sanctuary along with the tiger sanctuary you saw at the beginning. There's also this really cool shark that I had a fun time filming, and I think in the next clip you'll truly see how long it is. But we spent a majority of our time here. We actually, after this, just went and got food and then went back to the hotel to watch an episode of Queen of Tears to kill the rest of the time for our day. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get into the concert.
Houston, are you ready? 도망갔었어 정말 서웠었어 시장에서 기다리는 너의 두번 속에 보스고 promise promise 어떤 날 눈물 내내 보여줘 날 속에 별빛 달렸어 멋진 삶 위에 건너가면서
is our Noah in Houston. I still remember the memories from our first world tour after Love Sick. Noah, are you ready to have fun with us today? One twin, two shy, open shoe, sounds a little shy. The last act was like a sweet marriage, right?
Right.
Can you explain to everyone what our first act all about?
You know, in our music, the most important phrase is "What dream?" That's right, one dream. Our third word tour, Act Promise, will look at what our dreams have become and how we will create our future with more.
Last year for two marriage was like a fairy tale. And I promise we're going to make Act Promise unforgettable now.
You was a mess.
burns like a meteorite.
I just keep on chasing that feeling. I just keep on chasing that feeling. Chasing that feeling. Chasing that feeling. It's all I know. It's all I know. 길을 잃었던 나의 시간. I was lost in the child. 비로소 진실을 봤어. I feel so alive. 내 몸에 common pace. Feels like I'm on fire.
Seriously, we need a ton of energy to move on, okay? Okay. It's time for all five of us and Moa to become one team. But before we go, we need something. Can you guess?
He's so cute.
Can you guess? Yeah, that's right. We need Moa Life Fix. Because it's not my mouth. Because our Moa cheers are so loud. So loud like this. I'm looking forward to doing this all together. Let's kick off. Feeling.
Thursday 바꾸고 날 덮여버린 마음의 이름을 나는 with no sound on the side. I'll never be a trust but maybe I wish everything's like mine. 훔친 너의 뺏어 깨끗하지 주인은 못돼 패배자의 마음 따위로 I ain't happy at all. 혹시 어둠이 더 넓어도 끝은 있을까 소리쳐도 왜 아니 뭐야 어디로 가야 하는 건데 답이 없는 잠겨 사이에 lonely 홀로 남겨진 채 제자리를 걷는 듯한 quarter-life crisis 출구 없이 던져진 삶에 끝을 모르겠는 위기에 매일이 너무 만만해 제자리를 걷는 듯한 quarter-life crisis quarter-life crisis quarter-life crisis 아무리 날 힘들어도 don't listen 이런 생각만 해도 I fucked it up Listen I fucked it up 어쩜 지금 이제 깜깜한 지점일지 몰라 지금 멈춰서지는 말자 어디로 가야 하는 건지 모르겠지만 걷는 거지 잠깐은 좀 가까운데도 헤맬 듯한 나가 quarter-life crisis 조금만 돌아갈 수 없지 어른이란 건 어떻게 사실 정답이 꼭 없는 던지 대신 나가 quarter-life crisis quarter-life crisis quarter-life crisis quarter-life crisis 끝이 나가 quarter-life crisis 어디로 가야 하는 건지 모르겠지만 걷는 거지 잠깐은 좀 가까운데도 헤맬 듯한 나가 quarter-life crisis 점점 더 갈구해 Want you to take me now 너무나 좋아도 다시 가서 무슨 말이 나는 거야 그래서 널 따르겠어 당신이 심장 영혼까지 다 내가 너만을 알게 하는 fever 마치 내가 제거하기 배워 That's a thing 너를 알고 나를 break 내가 미쳐도 흘러가는 기분 그할 그대로 맡기려 날 쓰러뜨려 You are the only one I want 순간에서 날 비틀어줘 내 영혼은 뺏겨난 너의 것 영원히 최악적인 너의 미래 모든 짓을 내 몫이게 넌 내 가슴에 든 baby now Yes I belong to you
these jackets off them, I'm sure they're sweating. It's too hot for these jackets. Get it, Logan!
Yo, Houston. Make some fucking noise!
늦어져도
Okay? Let's go. Second floor director, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you at the back. Thank you. Nice hat. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you.
We just got back to the hotel and they did an amazing job. I am very hot and very tired and very sweaty. So I will update y'all tomorrow after I get a good night's rest and let y'all know how the concert went fully. So I will see y'all later. Hi Moas, I am back home as you can obviously see, but I was about to sit down and do some reactions for today and I realized I never did an update on the Tumorowabaitugeher concert, so that is what I am doing right now. But I had the best time. I'm gonna start from the beginning. I didn't really do a whole lot of filming for this because this is my third Tumorowabaitugeher concert that I'm seeing, which I feel very, very privileged that I get the chance to do so. But it's also the third vlog I've done. So I really predominantly did songs I hadn't heard, with the exception of a couple, and then songs I absolutely love and adore and cannot live without recording them, or at least a chorus of them. So the 0 by 1 love songs, Loser Lovers. However, speaking of Loser Lover, so this was a little story, and then I'll go back to the very beginning. But this was my first time doing sound check. And I didn't really know what to expect because, like I said, I've heard stories, but as far as experiencing it for myself, I really didn't know what I was going into. But Yeonjun was like, everybody, for our last song, we're gonna do a song that represents Houston, or represents Texas. But I was like, I turned to my sister and my friend Carla, and I was like, they're gonna do Blue Hour with the cowboy hats and it, this is Texas. So of course they have to perform Blue Hour. Then Yeonjun was like, everybody put your L's up. And we were like, did he just indirectly? It actually kind of felt very direct, but did he indirectly call us losers? Because then they performed Loser Lover. But he was like, this song represents Houston. And we were like, okay. I mean, if Yeonjun tells you to put your L up, then you're gonna put your L's up. So, but I just thought that was really funny. But this is also the first kind of concert that we were we're gonna treat ourselves. So this isn't the first concert we've stayed in a hotel for, because like I said, we went to the Together concert last year in San Antonio. So we had to stay, because San Antonio is so far away from where we live, we had to stay in a hotel for that one. But this one, like, Houston is really close, so, or like where they perform is really close. So we usually drive there and drive back after the concert. But we're like, look, we're gonna stay in a hotel, and we stayed at the Westin, which is right across, literally diagonal from Minute Maid. So I could like walk outside the Westin and be like, walk across the street, I'm at Minute Maid, which was great, but it also kind of stressful because my sister and I, we got there and everything was great, but then the morning of the concert, everybody was lined up at like 6 in the morning, and we're like, what are we missing something? Like, what is going on? Like, why is everybody lined up right now? So we had no idea, but everybody was like dressed in pajamas, like the t-shirts, the shorts, and even like actual like pajamas, like silk pajamas. But we were like, that's so weird, because when MOAs go to concerts, they show out in their outfits. So it was very unusual to see t-shirts and shorts and everything. But we figured out that they were probably going in to buy merch and then going back to their hotels and then coming back, because a bunch of them were at the same hotel we were at. So they all just kind of like got their merch. I'm assuming if you weren't like VIP or something, went and got your merch and then came back, got ready for the concert and whatever. So we didn't really think about it. We didn't actually like get to Minute Maid, which, I mean, it was right across the street, but we didn't get there until like noon. And then we got all of our stuff we were VIP 2. So we didn't do sound check, which I heard sound check for Houston was spectacular, because everybody got essentially like barricade, because they lined, there was like a incline that everybody lined up that went around. So everybody got to be barricaded, and everybody got to have their interactions, which was really, really cool, because I mean, like, that's a lot of money you're paying for. And so to have that like little small conversation with the guys is always like an absolute plus. You get to tell them like, hey, y'all doing a great job, we're so proud of you, we love you guys, love the concert, stuff like that. So that's Houston definitely got your money's worth in terms of sound check and send off. But we got our stuff for VIP, which was really cool. They got us the little like lanyards and our little we got like a like authentic ticket, which was really, really cool. Also, it just like, first and foremost, it being at Minute Maid was so exciting, because I am a massive, like, I work in sports, so I'm a massive sports fan. I'm a massive Astros fan. I've loved the Astros since I was very, very little. So getting to be in the outfield at Minute Maid was the coolest thing ever. Which I felt really bad about it, but one of the security guards yelled at me because I got too close to the infield. I think he thought I was like trying to get to where their stuff was, but I was like, fam, I just need you to let me take this picture of me like near the Astros infield, because it was such a cool experience. Last year we were actually at AT&T, which is where the San Antonio Spurs play, which is my favorite basketball team. So like, they're hitting every mark. However, when it comes to football, I'm like a Baltimore Ravens fan, so that wouldn't really help my case. But if they wanted to go to like, no, don't go to All American or American Airlines Center, because I am nowhere near there either. So I would have to travel very far away. So if we could stay in Houston, that'd be great. But I love going to anything at like, Minute Maid was so cool. It was so cool. I'd definitely go back. But like Minute Maid or Toyota Center, love both of those locations. The staff is always exceptional. So like, props to them. NRG would be really cool. I used to work for the Texans, so going back to NRG as like getting to be like a fan and stuff would be really cool. So, but going back to the beginning, we got there the day before, my sister and I, so we wanted to explore the tunnels of Houston, but we could not find them. And like, we ended up getting like lost in a bank, and I was trying to go in an understory and I couldn't find it. And we kept getting further and further away from the hotel, and it kept getting later and later. So because we went to the Houston aquarium first, because I've said it a couple of times on my channel. I don't think I've ever really done a like deep dive about it. But when I was younger, before some random career guy in the 7th grade crushed my dreams, wanted to be a marine biologist. So anytime I get to go to the aquarium, I take the chance to do so. So at some point, I've been to Atlanta once, but I was only there for like maybe max 9 hours, and I was doing something I was there for an internship for a majority of those hours. So we didn't really get time to go venture out into Atlanta. I was pretty much at Mercedes-Benz the whole day. At some point, I would love to go to the aquarium they went, which was really, really cool. So shout out to Atlanta for that. But we did all that the first day. We never got to the underground tunnels, but we did get to like this place called the Underground Hall, which is across the street from one of my favorite coffee shops in Houston, if not my favorite coffee shop in Houston. Day 6, love those love those guys. I didn't get a chance to go there. I didn't get a chance to go there this time because we just didn't have time. But usually when we go to the Toyota Center, we hop on over there to get some coffee. So we came back to the hotel. We watched an episode of Queen of Tears because my sister and I have yet to make time to finish it, but we're like halfway through, so no spoilers. But then we went to sleep and woke up the next morning. I felt so bad because there was a group of MOAs having the best time in the lobby of our hotel, and I wanted so badly to go join them, but my sister and our social anxiety is so bad, so we have a terrible like time approaching new people and being like, hey, this is I'm Emily, she's my sister. So we so badly wanted to join for a little bit, but we never could work up the courage to go down there and like actually join. But they sounded like they had a great time. So all of the MOAs who stayed at the Westin or like took a trip over there just to hang out, y'all sounded like y'all were having an absolute blast, and I am eternally jealous. But we got up the next morning, got dressed, met my friend at Maid, got our stuff for VIP, and then we were like, it's really hot and we don't need to be here until 3, because that's when the queues were supposed to. That was one thing, the queues were supposed to start at a certain time, but they were like already making lines way before then. But Minute Maid was also like, we're not gonna like follow fan-made lines. So, and I'll get more into that in a sec. But we went back to the hotel, chilled out for a little bit, fixed hair, makeup, whatever we needed to, cool down, because it was. Tomorrow have to be like the weather boys, because it was pouring down rain. Like Houston had a tornado the week prior to. Like buildings were still damaged. They were still, even the guys who were helping us like unload our stuff at the hotel, they were like, watch out for the glass on the like streets and stuff. Like Houston was still recovering from that. They had really bad rain a couple of days prior. The day Tomorrow by Together got there, sun was bright and shining. It was hot as hell, but I mean, when is Texas not? But and I felt so bad for them because they kept coming out in more and more clothes, and I was like, y'all are not gonna make it. Y'all are gonna be so dehydrated. They came out for like maybe the second part of the whole show, and they were wearing like leather jackets with leather pants with undershirts and all this stuff, and I'm like, y'all are gonna die. It's so hot. Because if you've never seen Minute Maid has windows on the side, so it was actually naturally lit for a good portion of the concert because the sun goes down so late in the summer. But it was scorching hot because those windows, the sun comes straight through and shines straight on that stage and through a good portion of VIP. So it was hot for us. I can't even imagine having to perform, plus the pyrotechnics were all over the place. So that was like pushing off heat. It was hot for a solid like first half of that concert. But then Tomorrow by Together left the next day and it absolutely poured in Houston. It was crazy. I was like, someone's gonna need Tomorrow by Together to come back to Houston because the weather is so bad now. Like the weather only cleared for Tomorrow by Together. But soundcheck was amazing. Because it was so lit, we got to like see them. There wasn't like spotlights and it wasn't dark. Because you know how like most of the time well, actually, I don't know. Do they turn off the lights for like for sound check? It was just cool because it was so well lit by the sun and the windows that like they could see our faces like clear as day. Like we could all see each other. But the funny thing was, so I'm always like, I've never done floor before. This is my first time doing floor because I've always been super self-conscious about it because I've said this before, but I don't know if just as in case you didn't know, I'm 5'11", and so I'm always super self-conscious that the people behind me aren't gonna be able to see because I'm so tall. Not saying that like K-pop fans are all super short, but like my sister's like 5'7", and I don't know how tall my friend is, but she's a little bit shorter than my sister. So like I'm always so I'm like, I can't get floor because I'm gonna block the people behind me. So I tried to make sure I got floor, but got the seat on the end. So the girl who was standing behind me, I stood like halfway into the aisle, but like the security was trying to be like everybody get out of the way, make sure there's room for people to walk through. But I like tried to squeeze off to the side as much as possible so she could get like a window between me and my sister. But anytime me and my sister had to talk to each other during the concert or wanted to like freak out to say something about it, I had to like duck down under her camera and go see my sister because I was just so afraid I was gonna get in her shot. And I also tried so hard to like wear the flattest shoe possible. I actually had some really cute combat boots, but they're like 2-inch heels. They're like really chunky combat boots. And I was like, I can't make myself 6'1". I can't make myself even taller than I already am. But the funny thing was, everybody in front of me was, because we were like row 14, everybody in front of me was significantly shorter than I was, even with heels or anything on. So like I made dead eye contact with them multiple times because it was just like a sea of people and then my head that stood above everything else because I'm just so tall. So I like tried so hard. Anytime they looked over our section, I tried so hard not to laugh because it's like, it was so like, it's essentially how this is lit right now is how lit it was in there. And so like you could totally see between rows and everything. So it was just so funny. I was trying so hard not to laugh. But the concert was absolutely amazing. They did a terrific job. Their outfits were amazing. I still feel really bad that they were like, there was one time they came out in these like silky jackets. If you've seen the tour, you know what I'm talking about. Subin came out and it was like already halfway off. He was like already done with having jackets on. And I was like, I completely understand because I was in like a tank top and I was sweating. I was like, I need AC. The funny thing is we wore fans around our necks that we had just got to like keep blowing air and stuff, make sure our necks stayed cool, and it also made sure like my hair didn't get like super sweaty and stuff in the back. But it made it look like we were wearing headphones the whole time because that's just like the shape of the fan. So from far away, they probably thought I was just wearing headphones in the concert the whole time. But they looked amazing. The new song, I must admit, so I liked the Chasing That Feeling album, but not as much as I liked the Sugar Rush Ride. Hearing the Chasing That Feeling, the Free Fall album, in concert was incredible. Growing Pains, I had a blast, and I was so upset I didn't record it because like once the song started, I was like, oh, this is one of those songs. And so I just wanted to like be in that moment, but my sister recorded it. So I got the video from her. So the video in my like vlog is her video. That's why it's vertical and not horizontal. But you win some, you lose some. But so there were a couple new songs that I didn't get a chance to record because oddly enough, so towards the end of the concert, at the very beginning of the concert, everybody like rushed the aisles. Like even people from behind us rushed the aisles trying to get like videos and photos and stuff. So like security immediately came out and they were like, y'all gotta clear, you gotta go back to your spots, whatever. So there was a couple of MOAs, which I really like. I was trying to watch them and not really pay attention to what was going on, but it was like the girl behind me, and there was, by what I was hearing from my sister, there were also a couple of girls behind her, the girl I was like trying to keep a window for, so her, me, and the girl in front of me were all trying to like watch the show, but other people came and like tried to crowd in our because they came forward from in the back to get better videos and photos and stuff. But then security was like, y'all gotta go back to your seats. So instead of going back to their seats, they tried to crush in with, or tried to squeeze in to our aisles or our seats. So like they were trying to push us in, but I'm trying to like stand where I'm standing so the girl behind me can still have space to see the concert. So I wasn't budging. And then my sister was telling me the girl behind me was like trying to talk to them and be like, hey, like, could you go back to your seat? Like, this is, just trying to sort things out. But then the police, the security guards came and they were like, you got to go back to your seat. And they just stood there. They were like, we're not moving. And so I'm like trying to watch what's going on because they're literally right next to me and right next to the girl in front of me. And I don't know if anything is going on behind me. There was one girl who was there who like immediately went back to her spot, but there were a couple of other people there who like were trying to stand their ground and stay in that aisle, and like tried to, I guess, claim our rows as their seats, and would not move no matter what the security guards were telling them. So during a couple of those songs, it was like this, I don't even remember what songs it was, because there was so much going on. I don't even remember what songs they were performing. It was the slower ones while they were sitting down. I don't remember exactly which ones all of that was going on, but it was one of those songs. So I didn't get that recorded because literally you wouldn't have been able to hear, or you would heard like partly Together, partly the conversation between the security guards and the people standing next to me and in front of me were having. So it wouldn't have been like a good shot anyway. So I just kind of just enjoyed that song, watched them do their thing, tried to keep an eye on what was going on beside me because like I said, they were trying to claim, I guess, our seats as they're like trying to say we were seat 2 and they were seat 1. But like if the security guard was going to come up to me and be like, hey, what seat are you? I needed to be prepared to be like, whatever. But there was a lot of confusion in terms of places because there were a couple of moments that came up to me during the concert and they're like, hey, what row were you? We're trying to find our seats, because they did like the rows like every 5. So like row 5, row 10, row 15 were labeled, but nothing in between was. And with a bunch of people standing, you really couldn't tell which row was which. So they were coming up to me just trying to find their spot. So like that was going on at the beginning, and then that was going on at the end. And I didn't really even see anybody stay for send-off. We were so worried about trying to get back up and get to our car or get back to our hotel that I didn't even think like, did y'all who did send-off in Houston, did y'all just like stay behind in your seats and they directed y'all to where y'all needed to be? Like I never saw anything about send-off. Like it wasn't chaotic. Like people just got up and left. People got up and went back to the main concourse of Minute Maid. There was no like confusion or anything. I just assumed the people who were VIP 1 knew what to do. So they just worried about them and I worried about me. The version of Sugar Rush Ride that they did was amazing. It was so cool. Really loved the outfits. Loved seeing Quarter Life live, because when I reacted to it, I nearly cried, especially that last section. So seeing it live made me very happy. Miracle is just like a happy song. The most recent album I love. I'm a big fan. That may come out to be my favorite album from Together. I just have a deep attachment to that album. But The Killer, y'all can imagine how that performance went. I recorded it. I was yelling. I was screaming. My sister was trying, so we both have multiple biases in the group. but one of my biases is Yeonjun, and like her like old, like her number one dude in K-pop is Soobin. So she was like trying not to cry. Also, I saw the set list but didn't really remember what they were playing. But my sister had no idea what the set list was gonna have on it. So since I first saw Tomorrow X Together live, my sister didn't come with me to the first concert, but she came with me to the one in San Antonio, and then of course this one. Her favorite like Tomorrow X Together song is Puma, and she has been so like absolutely devastated that they performed Puma live for the one at Smart Financial, but didn't perform it live for San Antonio. So she thought she was like never gonna see it because it's an older song. I'm telling you, when that song came on, she nearly collapsed to the ground. It was so funny. So I was trying to like hold her up, but also keep a space for the girl behind me. But it was just an absolute mess, but the best time. I always thoroughly enjoy Tomorrow X Together's concerts. It's just like a collection of friends getting together to go cheer on their other friends. They just because they're my age, well, they're kind of my age. Yeonjun is the closest to me, but he's still like a year behind me. But they're relatively close to my age. So it's just like nice seeing people around your age being successful, living life, enjoying everything, playing some good music. I was with my sister, I was with my friends, so I thoroughly enjoyed that. But I love those guys. They're just some of the sweetest guys ever. Soundcheck was so much fun, even though we were kind of called losers. But I had an absolute blast. I forgot my light stick for the Hyper concert. Didn't forget my light stick for this one. However, I will say, I didn't buy the new version. I'm just gonna stick with my versions that I have for light sticks. I didn't buy the new NCT one. I didn't buy the new 17 one. I didn't buy the new Tomorrow X Together one. If Enhypen has an update, I'm not gonna buy the new Enhypen one. But I just like to stick to the original ones I have. I haven't even gotten to use my 17 light stick for a concert because it came out like 2 weeks after, or I got it like 2 weeks after the last time I went to go see them. But the version ones did not work well because me and my friend also, we both had version 1 for the concert. It did not work well. I don't know if, I haven't really seen what version 2 is about, but if they ever were like, look, here's version 2, this is all the cute things you can do, but version 1 is still compatible for the concerts, it's kind of not. It kept going in and out so bad, and it would be one thing if it happened to me by myself, but it was happening to me, it was happening to my friend's light stick. My sister said she saw a couple light sticks around us that had version 1s that were going out. So like they're kind of compatible, but not really. So, which was kind of upsetting. But that's more so a big hit issue and not a Tomorrow X Together issue. So, but the concert was amazing. If anybody ever has a chance to go see Tomorrow X Together, take it. Even if you have to save up starting now, it's such a great experience. I feel truly privileged that I get to, that I've gotten to see them 3 times. At this rate, when I tell people, or when I talk about K-pop concerts, I'm like, I literally solely work to go to K-pop concerts. Like, I solely work to get the chance to travel to all these different places to go see, like, my groups. I don't do anything else but work and go to K-pop concerts, because now when I take off for work, like, I take off a random Monday in September, they're like, do you have a K-pop concert? I'm like, yes. Because that's all I have the money to do. But it's an absolute blast, and I thoroughly enjoy the hobby it is. But I have been ranting and talking for long enough, so I will go ahead and close this out. But again, for my 3rd tour, I really enjoyed it. Like I said, there's not as many videos as there usually are, and I didn't talk a whole lot, so I'm gonna be having to like do voiceovers for a good portion of this, as you can see. But they looked amazing. They sounded amazing. They had like 5 vocalists. There were some songs I'm like, if you didn't know, you would think Yeonjun was the main vocalist based off of the notes he was hitting. I was like, this is crazy. They had some really, like, when I listened to the song, I realize that they're hard, but there's just something different about seeing it live, and you're like, wow, that's so much harder than I originally thought it would be, or that's so much harder than like you would originally thinking about just like casually listening to the song. So, but amazing job. Just want to applaud them and tell them how great I think they are, and I can't wait for them to come back. Hopefully they'll come back again. They've been to San Antonio, they've been to Houston. I have a strong feeling they'll probably go to Dallas next because they haven't been to the Dallas area yet, which I like. It's like a hit or miss on whether or not I get to go to Dallas. I've yet to be able to go to a Dallas concert. It's just entirely too far away when they're in the middle of the week and I work 8 to 5s. It's just, sometimes you're just not able to do so, and then I would have to pay for a hotel, and it's a lot. Like, I didn't even know I was going to get to go to San Antonio last year. It happened to be perfectly timed to have like Memorial Day weekend and everything, and I had just gotten like a break from work. So, because their concert in Houston was almost like an exact year to the date from their concert in San Antonio. So they like timed those almost the exact same. But I wanted to let you all know that it is definitely worth every penny that you pay to go see those guys, because they're just absolutely incredible. They sounded amazing. The rapping was great. Dancing was incredible. Being that close to them was insane. Hopefully at some point I will get sent off. That's my next goal, is to do send off, because I've done the regular thing. Now I've done sound check and floor. My last thing to do is send off. So hopefully the next time they come to Houston, I'll get to do send off. So that is my goal. But I hope you guys enjoyed this. Love them, all the love in the world. I can't wait to continue supporting them in whatever they do. Can't wait for their next album. I know they're having a Japanese release. There's been a lot of covers and things that they've done, and a lot of content that I haven't been able to get to. I don't know when I'm gonna get to all of it because I've just been so behind on everything, but hopefully I can get to it very soon. And if you guys have managed to stay 40 minutes into me rambling on about this, thank you guys. It's really enjoyable to talk to y'all. Hopefully at some point I'll work up the courage to talk to people at concerts, because I would love to make more MOA friends, especially MOA friends that are from Houston. But I just don't have the ability to talk to people quite yet. Or work up the courage to go introduce myself to someone yet. But in due time, that will come. But I can't praise them enough for everything that they do. They are just absolutely 5 of the most incredible people, and they are so unbelievably talented. And hopefully at some point, MOAs everywhere will get to go see them at least once, because it is just an amazing experience. Absolutely worth every dollar I spent on them. So, but with that being said, I will see you guys in the next Tomorrow By Together reaction. Bye, MOAs!